Hey, it's Bridget, Jamberry consultant. I am going to show you how to put on your Jamberry nail wraps and then how to take them off. Super easy. So what do you need? Your Jamberry nail wraps, and just get your other stuff together. You need some nail clippers or a nail file, or you need a hair dryer or the Jamberry mini heater, and then you need something to push your cuticles back. So that's it. So open up your nail wrap package. They look like this, right? And so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to look before you even do anything else and determine which sizes are going to fit yours. So for me, looking at it this way, I know that my small finger, ring finger, long finger, and then my index finger is one of these also, and then my thumb is this one. It might take you a time or two to figure out exactly which ones are your right sizes, but you want it to fit your nail. You don't want it to touch the skin at all. And once you figure it out, then you'll always know. So that part really gets easier in the beginning. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure I have my Jamberry mini heater or my hair dryer. I am going to use some invisible cuticle remover. They use it in the salon so you get that nice clean look. And so I'm going to use invisible cuticle remover, and I'm going to put that on all of my cuticles. I'm going to let it sit for a minute. I'm going to take an orange stick or a metal spoon pusher. I'm going to push all of my cuticles back. That will give you a really flat surface for the wraps to stick and adhere and last longer. If after a few days you're getting any hair stuck under them or you feel like they're lifting up towards your cuticles at all, you need an invisible cuticle remover. It makes a huge difference. So after that, go to the sink, wash your hands with soap and water. I prefer Blue Dawn dish soap because it is an anti-greaser, so we want to get those oils off of your nail. Next thing I'm going to do is you could use some white vinegar, some rubbing alcohol. It's just an alcohol prep wipe. I'm going to do this whole hand to show you. Okay, so I'm going to clean them. So I now know I like to do one whole hand, let it cool, clip them, and then do the other whole hand. I know that this size is my thumb size. I'm going to turn on my mini heater. If you have a hair dryer, you could wait to turn it on because it gets hotter faster. The mini heater is not going to overheat though. So all I do is go down with my scissors and I cut the wrap I am going to use in half. And I'm going to peel it off on the part I just cut, not touching the curved part because that's the part that goes down near your nail. Just heat it up for one quick second. And I'm going to stick that curved part down on my nail near the cuticle. Just give it a little bit of pressure. And now I'm going to heat it for 2 or 3 seconds. It gets a little softer. And what you're going to do is you're just going to apply some pressure side to side. I'm just putting pressure on it. And then that extra part hanging over your nail, I grab that. So I'm just kind of grabbing and pulling that out so it looks nice and flat. This is a rubber cuticle pusher. It is awesome. It helps to really give you a flat surface and push it down. So I keep that one like that. I then take my scissors, and I know that the second one fits my second finger. So I'm going to take my scissors and cut that in half. Peel it off, not touching the part that goes on my nail. Give it just a second to heat there. Lay my hand down, put that curved part down near my cuticle. Just push that part down, but leave the rest pretty loose. Hold it in front of that heater again just for a couple seconds. The heater or your hair dryer is fine. And then I'm just pushing it down side to side and also pulling it out straight. If you have any of the sparkle ones or the metallics, they're a little bit thicker. So you want to make sure you really put a lot of pressure to get that down. Okay, so that's the second one. I know that the third biggest wrap size fits my long finger. So again, I'm just going to cut it in half, peel that part up, just heat it for like 1 second. I'm going to stick that one down. So you can be doing it with me if you want to grab your sheet, rewind this, and we can do our nails together. So again, just a little bit of pressure. Now it looks like I'm flicking you off, but I'm not. A couple of seconds there, pressure again. Pull it out flat, and I love to use the cuticle pusher. It just really gives it a great seal down. For my index and ring are the same size, so I'm going to use that rest of that index one. If you had bigger sizes, because you won't always use the ones in the middle, you can just cut them down. Just size them to your nail. Super easy. So again, heat it for just a second. Stick that down. Heat it again. My nail, you like my long nail stickers? I could pick up a lot of things around the house with that. So just put in pressure, pull it down. You can use your cuticle, rubber cuticle pusher. And then I know that the smallest one, so it feels a little tricky when you're like this, but you just have one more to put on. Or you can do each nail as you go. You just want to make sure it's cooled down before you were to clip it. Okay, last one. Put it down, a little bit of heat. So at this point, I now turn off my heater with my long nails. I turn off my heater or my hair dryer. I use nail clippers. You could also use scissors and cut off the extra. I actually just use nail clippers, and I clip my nail and the extra wrap all at the same time. So it's going to be the length that I want it. I'm not going to have to go back and file. It's just preference. Saves you a step, saves you a little bit of time. If you don't like how the length of any of them are looking, then you could always take your file and go back and file it down afterwards. Sometimes I clip and then I'm like, oh, that was a little bit uneven, and I will file it. If they're not all the way down, that's okay, because I have one more trick to show you. So if you wanted to use scissors or a file, you either want to do it straight down, or you could do it a little bit at an angle. Just down, down, down to do it. So you can do that with all of them. Make sure that they look how you want them to look. Perfect. Okay, one more blast of heat for this hand and it's done. So we're at 7 minutes. I think I talked for about a half a minute before, and that's one hand. So that's awesome. I'm going to actually turn my heater this way. It makes it easier for me. Take a plastic bag or some saran wrap. I'm going to wrap it around my nail, and I'm going to give it a good blast of heat for just a few seconds, not burning your finger, but what it's doing is it is sealing it down on there. And then just one more time with pressure and that cuticle pusher, you're going to be good to go. You could do anything. They're not going to smudge. You can't ruin them. I've been doing my nails and had to go change a diaper mid manicure, so I'm just sealing it back down one more time. Plastic bag, just a couple seconds of heat. I think the key is pressure. Just pressure to make sure there's no bubbles, that you've pulled it out nice and straight, and that's how you're going to get them to last for a few weeks. Message me anytime. Of course, if you have questions, send me pictures afterwards. If you want to know anything else about being a consultant and getting a discount or making some money back on purchases of your own or from your friends, let me know, because we are done. Ah, pretty nails. Have a great day.